Good morning, good morning. Today we're taking a look at XRP, and then we're going to jump over to some liquidity and the Sigma coin. So, all right, starting with XRP, we've been watching this flat play out here for this structure. So now that this is done, or at least assumed to be done, this is the new structure that we're going to be looking at here to figure out what we're kind of expecting for the market. So as of right now, a couple different keys. We want to see this $1.44 price action be broken and move higher. But right now, the way I'm looking at this is we have a potential five-wave move off the lows. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we got one more fifth wave right here for the final move. Okay, this could be seen as a bullish count, and then following up with a triangle, or sorry, a ABC correction down to the historical 618 backtest. So that's what we ended up getting, right? So you can see we came right down, hit, and wicked off this mini micro 618 move. Okay, since then we bounced, rejected the 382, and back tested this 21-day moving average. That's this red kind of pink line that's moving and stair-stepping its way down. This is good, right? We want to hold this 21-day moving average. Now, if we start seeing this structure head down to probably, let's say, $1.33 to this 886, and we like fall and then we bounce again, that's a good indication that this is not a impulsive move that we are showing right here, and rather it's a much larger corrective move that we're playing with, and this is not an ABC, a five-wave move to the upside, but instead an ABC correction where we have like an A, B, and then a C playing out here. Then this would be the beginnings of a larger five-wave move down, and we would be looking at this 5, 3, and then we would be doing like a larger five-wave that does something like this, and we would start losing this entire level and breaking down to the lower regions, right? So that's what we're really at this crossroads for. So for me, the new line in the sand for the downside is I do not want to see, personally, anything floating around $1.33.5 or lower, right? So if we see that, we've seen this type of structure before in the past, and if we lose this level, we back test back up to like $1.66, and then that's probably the end of it. So most people's entries from when the dot indicated to get in are floating at this $1.38 region. So we're about right where we were on everything else. So indicator's still giving us some good signal, and we have the ability for you to get that indicator through 160 million Sigma investment into the community. But so far, this is looking okay. Now, jumping over just real quickly to Bitcoin, you can see Bitcoin's looking a lot stronger, right? Bitcoin is held above this 21-day moving average. It's doing a little flag here in this region, and there's a potential, as it's continually setting higher lows, that this is able to maintain it. But same story. We started losing 68K and moving down, definitely down into 65s and lower. I'm going to flip my perspective that we're probably losing these levels and trying to sweep in for one more low. So, but as of right now, Bitcoin's looking good too. Now, with all this, we've got the crypto fear and greed index moving back up again, which is good because at extreme fear levels, that's your bottoming. And then as you start to recover, you can see that we move out of extreme fear into strength. And then with the breakdown happening, then you have fear and then more fear right here. But these cycles are definitely longer. So the fact that we're recovering on the fear is good. And then liquidity-wise, XRP is showing that here on the weekly chart that we've been sweeping just kind of up and down. There's starting to build a batch of liquidity down to this 132 region. So we'll have to watch that. But there's also some up here at 145. So not as strong though. So it could be, I'd like to see that this is the sweep downwards and then we continue off above and break this 144 price. But lastly, Sigma. This is the part that's really pretty awesome. So XRPL memes have been beginning to recover, and what we see here is our 4-hour Sigma chart, and we've been tracking this inverse head and shoulders pattern where you break below the range, backtest it again, lose it, backtest it, get above it, and then break out, right? These measured moves are pretty awesome because we have the ability just to take what was the move here, and let's get that lined up, and we can expect that that will be the amount that we get on the breakout above it. So a little bit more room to go, probably up to about 1 million plus for the Sigma community, and getting us back up into that 1.1 million. Probably this fib is the area that I would expect us to move back up to. But despite that, we have already completed a new higher high, and that's what you want to see. So this is the structure that we were expecting, and we got it. So now we're looking for the level to move up here, and then probably some testing through this region as it doesn't quite hold, probably with XRP's price action being part of that process. But yeah, definitely a huge improvement in the pricing. V bottom off of this level here, and now we're just waiting for consolidation to start playing out, because these are great candles and they are wonderful, but they're not sustainable. So we want to get some consolidation, coins changing hands from the weak to the strong, or people taking profits, more members come in, keep the price down, and then everybody can get and benefit from that Discord community. So all right, so Sigma's looking good, spectacular. I mean, 850K market cap, almost to $1 million is where the target will start being. Psychologically, that'll be pretty awesome. Then you've got the liquidity that could get us there, is floating above, but a little bit more on the bottom. So that's interesting. Fears going in and saying, hey, we've got less fear, which is also signs of a recovery potential starting to happen. As you can see, like right here, less fear equals up. Less fear, can sometimes be a back test. So we'll check on that. And then finally, XRP and Bitcoin. Bitcoin showing a potential bull flag with a potential breakout, and XRP is reclaiming and holding this micro 618 bounce. And now we just want to see it hold here so we can actually start recovering. And the biggest obstacle being this $1.44. We want to clear that and get higher, and then we can be all done with this stuff. So, all right, guys. So that's how I'm looking at the markets here this morning, and we will check in tomorrow.